I don't believe that anybody's perfect. I fundamentally believe that everybody in the world has some problem that they're working on, some issue that they're dealing with. And as you grow in life, as you become more successful, as you become more grounded, you will encounter bigger problems, which will bring out your inner demons. So it goes both ways. If you are not doing well in life, it's typically because you have some kind of problem that you don't have control of. The habituations that you have in your life are not convenient for you, and they're not conducive to creating the lifestyle that you want. On the flip side, as you approach more difficult situations, as you become more successful, you are naturally going to have bigger problems that present you with more difficulty. As that puts stress on you, as that puts pressure on you, you're naturally going to have more of an internal reflection that starts to pour out of you. So if I'm in a very high stress environment, I'm more likely to be irritable, angry, aggressive, negative, maybe take it out on somebody. A multitude of consequences that come from this difficult situation. So one of the big things I practice on a day-to-day basis is trying to regulate yourself on a biological level in a proactive approach to prevent yourself from quote-unquote crashing out. What do I mean by this? If you go to work and you don't have your morning routine and you don't have that workout, and perhaps you don't have that moment where you reflect in your journal, you are naturally going to be more pissed off when you walk into the office and somebody presents you with an issue, or the lady at the front desk snickers at you, or your first client doesn't want to, give you an easy time. They want to be difficult with you. But if you have that morning routine, you work out, you journal, whatever it is that you do in the morning, you're naturally going to feel a lot better and be able to handle things better when you spill that coffee on yourself. You're not going to freak out. You're going to be like, it is what it is. I've literally had this happen to me where I get done MMA and I spill a coffee on myself and I'm like, who cares? Because I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted, and I've already had a win for the day. So I don't necessarily need to be so negative, and my dopamine and serotonin levels are set. So the biggest thing I recommend in order to conquer your inner demons is to constantly keep yourself in a positive mental state. And this is why creasing is so effective if you're running through life, and it's very weird. And what do I mean by creasing? Creasing is the consistent working out throughout the day. So I work from home. I have the luxury and the ability to work from home. I'm very blessed. Throughout the day, I'll do push-ups, I'll do some squats, I'll get up and I'll move around, and I'll try to get myself into a positive mental state by pushing myself physically. Human beings are going to feel better when they work out because our body's actually conditioned to release dopamine as we work out, endorphins as we work out. So when you're working out a little bit here and there throughout the day, you're naturally keeping your body on a positive mental state just through the biological processes. So this actually helps you stay more focused at work. It helps you stay more positive. It helps you get less irritable, so on and so forth. When I don't do this and I have calls back to back to back to back, which sometimes I do, I am much more likely to be irritable, to be negative, and I'm less patient. So something I do between my calls, I leave 10 to 20 minutes to allow myself to get those push-ups in, to walk around, and I definitely give myself a break through the day so I can walk my dog. And when I walk my dog, I do some lunges, and it's nothing crazy. This isn't like some insane workout. Like, my workout is MMA itself, where I do my strength conditioning and my fights itself, but throughout the day, I'm getting small workouts and micro workouts in. Just like we were before in the past as hunter-gatherer species. We are meant to be working and walking and gathering and running and jumping throughout the day, not sitting at a desk from a 9 to 5. We are not meant for this. So if you have the ability, if you have the luxury to just get out and move a little bit, it's really good for you. If you're someone that works a 9 to 5, take a minute, take a break, go to the bathroom, and try to get yourself in some kind of workout routine. Try to get yourself moving. I know this sounds weird. I know it sounds really weird, but if I were someone that worked a 9 to 5, I would go to the bathroom, do some squats, or go to the break room, do some squats, and some with no weight. Try to get myself moving to keep my brain flowing, to keep myself in a positive state. So that's the secret of it. That's the way that you keep yourself from getting less irritable, and less negative. We all have inner demons, and those inner demons will show when you are at your lowest, when you are encountering a lot of pressure, and you can encounter a lot of pressure from your lack of being responsible to where you make shitty life decisions to where you're in bad, circumstances. Then you can become really, really negative. Or you can encounter your inner demons as you're pushing and pushing and pushing and doing more and doing more. So it goes both ways. Inner demons are, how do I put this? They're part of who we are. our demons are also, they say a lot about our personality. For me, if I had to be very, very introspective for a moment, I'm someone that likes to always have things organized. I'm very big on organization. I'm very big on things being done the proper way, more so my way. I like control because, and this is what I'm saying here, the inner demons tell you a lot about yourself. I'm someone who didn't have a lot of control in my life. I'm someone that didn't have an organized life. I'm someone that didn't have a lot of nice things, so I do like to have nice things. So your inner demons are automatically a reflection and sometimes a projection of what you didn't have as you grew up, maybe your childhood trauma, so on and so forth. So for someone that has a lot of inner demons, it may be a reflective sense it may be a sign that they didn't have a lot of things growing up. For someone that has inner demons that are more so well kept, it may be someone that has suppressed things. There's a lot of different ways you can slice it. But I think the first thing that we have to do as human beings is take a moment and look at what our inner demons are. Take a moment and write down the worst qualities about yourself. Now, this is like the opposite of what a therapist would tell you to do, but I'm not a therapist. I want results. And I want to get you in a state where you can control yourself and really gain that emotional discipline. Know what your weaknesses are. Know what the worst things about you are. Write these things down and really reflect on them. What are you really bad at? What do you suck at? What are you absolutely just garbage at? Honestly, talk about how you were not successful. I'll give you another example. There was one situation, I remember this very, very vividly, where I completely fumbled on a date when I was very young. And I just did everything you could possibly do wrong. And I remember this to this day. Beautiful girl, she really liked me. I just was a fucking idiot. I don't know why I did the things that I did or said the things that I did. And I remember it till this day. And this is also why I focus so hard on understanding the way to conduct yourself, presentation, being proper, so on and so forth. I didn't do the right things. This was a long time ago. I was a young guy. I was like literally 20 years old. No, actually I was younger. I was 19, maybe 18. But it was just, and I can sit here and say, oh, I was an 18-year-old kid, I was a 19-year-old kid. But still, it stuck with me because it was so stupid. The things I said to her, the way that I acted, the way that I presented myself. Here was somebody that was really interested in me. And from that moment, reflecting back, and a few other situations, I realized like I have to always look my best, be my best, present myself. Even if I don't like somebody, I'm still going to try to be a pleasant person. So write down what you're bad at. Write down what you're terrible as an individual. And try to reflect and find out what your inner demons are. What are the things that you're absolutely just troubled with, plagued with? And then it comes down to recognizing them. I think that's the first thing that most people can't do. And then obviously working on them. But let's start with the recognition first. Because most of us have too much of an emotional bias that we can't actually even name the things that we're bad at. When I ask people, what are your biggest weaknesses? Some people are like, it's hard for them. Me, I can list them off. I know them like the back of my hand. I have a lot of things that I'm bad at. I have a lot of things that I'm terrible at. And some people might say, oh, that's a lack of confidence. No, it's actually self-awareness. There's nothing wrong with being self-aware. I'm confident. I know I have a lot of good things about myself as well, as you do, and as like a lot of people in this world do. But you need to know what you're bad at. So, self-awareness, know what your inner demons are. Try to set positive routines in your day that allow you to feel better and allow you to do better, and you will start to see that life starts to open up to you. I appreciate you guys for listening to this. If you guys haven't done so, click that bell notification to stay on top of all my videos. Subscribe to all my content. If you ever need to talk to me, the link is down in the description below. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day here with me. Until next time, guys, Sumi out.